So over to you, Smitha ji.
Good evening, everybody.
Very good evening, madam.
So I hope all the kids, they are listening.
Yes, madam.
Okay, great.
Madam.
Yes, okay, great. I wanted to hear because somebody is listening or not, because I'll be talking, but I wanted to know whether people are there, they are listening or not, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very nice. So I'll just talk and I'll keep asking some questions also in between so that you can answer. It will not be from your textbooks, okay? Just some general fun questions, okay?
Okay, madam.
Okay. Okay. So you know my name. My name is Smitha. Okay. So there is no scientist word on all there. And do I look like a scientist or is it okay? Means you can call me a scientist, right?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
ma'am.
So how you know I'm a scientist? I don't look like, right, a scientist? Or do I look like one?
Ma'am, actually, you look like a doctor, ma'am.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Ma'am, you look like a scientist only, ma'am.
Okay. But you know, when I go and when I tell that I'm a scientist, now people, they don't believe that I'm a scientist. They say that you don't look like a scientist only. Because you remember Deepesh sir, he mentioned that you should have a long beard, you should have gray hairs, you should be something different, then only people consider you as a scientist. So I didn't have all those things. So people, they don't understand that I'm a scientist. So I have to tell them that, okay, I do this, I do that and all. And then, okay, somehow they believe that, okay, you're a scientist. Okay. So for scientists, I don't have any special thing what I did or what I'm having in my appearance. First point. Okay. So I'm very normal human being like all of you. I just grew how you are just growing with your parents. Okay. So I also started from class nursery. Then I went to KG, UKG, then class 1, did my 10th. Then I did my 12th. Okay. Then I gave entrance examination because I wanted to become an engineer. So initially, I didn't think that I'll become a scientist. Okay. So for me, it was like I have to become an engineer, right? So I started my journey with that only, that keeping that in a mind that what I have to become in my life. Okay. So now also you will be having a lot of dreams that what all you want to become. Okay. So you would have discussed with your friends, your parents, right? That what you want to become in life. Are you all clear about it?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And somebody wants to become really a scientist now?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Right. Okay. Because even I was not knowing when I was your age. I was just thinking that I can become a teacher, I can become an engineer, I can become a doctor. So that is what, because my parents, they told me that much only. Okay. So they were also not knowing that there is something called scientist also that people can become. Okay. But one thing was there that I wanted to do something, and you all like playing. You all love sports, play a
Yes,
lot.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, you know, when I was in school, I was very good in sports. I wanted to become a sports person. Okay. And that time, my parents, they told me, no, sports will not lead you anywhere. But nowadays, you see that a lot of people, they are doing so good in sports also. You have a lot of facilities. Your parents are promoting, encouraging you. But for us, it was only doctors or engineers at that time. Okay. But I was very happy to play. So after school, 3 hours of play was must for me. Okay. Because that gave me a lot of satisfaction. I was very happy that full day I have studied. So now I'll go and I'll talk to my friends, we'll play, we'll have all masti. So we used to enjoy our childhood. Okay. So I hope you are doing same. You're not locked inside your house and you're not meeting your friends and all. You're
Yes, ma'am.
enjoying. You all like playing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ah, because you know,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, very good. So because sports is required, because that makes you active, and when you are active and physically fit, your mind works, and then whatever you do, whatever you want to study, you can pick up it very fast. Okay. So you have to devote good time for your sports, also your recreation and all, but no phones, no TV. Okay. Because that makes you more dull. Only online classes is fine. Up to that is fine because we cannot do anything about it. So up to online classes is fine, but nothing beyond that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, madam.
Okay.
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So then I'll just tell that my father, he was a professor, and my mother, she was a housewife. We were three siblings. So two of us are engineers, and my younger brother, he's the youngest one, and he's a doctor. So he's a orthopedic spine surgeon. My sister, she's also an engineer. She's also working in a software company. And I did my entrance. I went to NIT. I finished my engineering. And when I was in final year, that time a lot of companies will come to take you because they know that you're good. So they will come and they will take you. Okay, they will ask you whether you want to come with us. So a lot of company will come to select us, right? So when you're good in your studies, you are doing good. So they know that who are the good people who are good in studies, and they have their list with them. So they will come and they will try to get those people who are good in studies. They have done nice in their academics. They will come and they will take them. But that time you should be having your choice, and how you'll have your choices when you're doing the best what you have selected. Okay, so then only people will come, and then you will have option. Okay, no, I don't like this company, I'll not go for this company. Okay, so that time I came into some interaction with some people who were working for defense forces. Okay, so I thought, okay, defense services, because I'm from sports, I want that kind of lifestyle. I should go to defense services. But again, parents told no, for ladies, it is not a good thing. Okay, but now there are a lot of ladies who are also joining defense services, right? You are seeing, you know some of the ladies who are in defense services, army.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
madam.
So that time it was very limited. So I was not given that opportunity. So then I heard about this Defense Research and Development Organization. Okay. And they told they come for campus also, and they will select some good students. And then I thought, okay, let me not go to some other companies, IT companies and all, and let me just make an attempt for DRDO. And then I started preparing. I did my best. And then I got selected for DRDO. So what is the message here? That whatever you want, you'll have choices in your life when you do something which is little bit different or little bit extra from others. Okay. So choices will not be given to everybody. Choices will come to people who are ready to go for an extra mile. So you know about what is extra mile mentality? You know?
No, ma'am.
Nobody told you till now? Okay.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
No,
So there
ma'am.
is so what it is that if you are studying and you got 95% marks, right? You should try for 97 next time. Do little extra. What you are doing, you are very happy. Parents are very happy that I'm getting such good grades. I'm doing very good in my sports and all. But next time, what you should try, you should try something little extra. Okay. And that will make you different from others. Okay. Yes, I'm finding a lot of kids, they are taking a lot of interest and they're understanding what I'm talking. Hope you are understanding, right? What I'm saying?
Yes,
Ma'am.
madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And do you know some word we use always that I really like to do this. I'm very passionate. Huh? So have you heard those words about passion, really liking it, really excites me, something like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, huh? So you have to keep your passion alive. You should know what is your passion. And when you are passionate about certain things, you will do whatever it takes, right?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
ma'am.
Yes. So it is regarding your studies, because now what is our education system? We have to follow it. We have to do good in our academics. We have to take good care of our health, and we should be passionate about something in life. We should have some dreams, some good dreams, which we should be seeing, not while sleeping. When we are awake, that time also we should be seeing it. Okay.
Okay, madam.
So do you see those dreams when you are awake, not sleeping, not while sleeping only?
And it's like more,
Yes, ma'am.
we think more.
Ma'am, sometimes on daytime I can see and night times I'll see the most, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So sometimes that is called daydreaming. You should dream. You want to become something, you can start dreaming about it. You can start visualizing about it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So
madam.
so whatever it is, whatever you like, whatever subjects you like, you just think about it. Okay, once you're becoming the best, or once you go there, how it will feel. Okay. So before you actually go there, start feeling about it, start thinking about it, start visualizing about it, right? So do you keep dream boards in your house?
No, ma'am.
So one suggestion from me, you all should have your dream boards and collect as many pictures as you want, collect as many things you want, and just put it there, okay? So that you can daily see it and you can take motivation from that, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
madam.
So you can write it that you should have a dream board and ask your parents to get you one dream board, okay?
Okay, madam.
Okay. So by doing this small things only, I became scientist. And you have heard to already Deepesh sir, he spoke a lot about that, what joy we get because we love what we do. Okay. We love what we are doing. So why we love what we are doing? Because we always wanted to be doing such things. Okay. It was not like somebody has pressurized us or pushed us something to do. Okay. This is what genuinely we wanted to do. So we are here. So we can take a lot of decision here. We have, like you mentioned, that we can talk to our director, chairman at very young level. When we were there, we used to have a lot of interactions with our very senior management and all, and they will ask that what you want to do. So there are some things which I have to do, which is mandatory also, but they have given us space that, okay, if I am liking something, I want to do something, I want to do something different, they will help me. Okay. So now your parents are also doing the same thing for you. Okay. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever you want.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they go extra mile and they get everything for you, whatever you want. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So science. So basically, when we talk about science, what is science? Science is nothing but it is about knowledge. You should have a logic behind something. And when there is a logic and lot of knowledge is around, that becomes science. Okay. So to get knowledge, first thing is you have to study hard. You have to get good grades in the class. Okay. You have to understand. You have to ask a lot of questions to your teacher. Okay. So when
Okay,
you're
ma'am.
not understanding anything, you should ask, because teachers are meant to answer you. They're there to help you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So, and then in that process, once you're passionate about something you do, and you know that Deepesh uncle is into ISRO, he is a space scientist. And what I do in DRDO, it is a very big word, right? Defense Research and Development Organization. So actually what we do, we help armed forces, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force, Indian Army. So they are there. Okay. So we are very peaceful. We are sitting in our house comfortably. We have a good sleep at night because those people are there at the borders and they are sorting out everything for us, right? You know?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So our job is to facilitate them, to help them do their job better. Okay. So we help them with a lot of things. So do you know that they need some aircrafts, they need some missiles, sometimes
ma'am.
there'll be some small wars, they need some good guns, they need some good communication system where they can talk to each other, they can get the help on time, right? So all
Yes.
those things are there. So those things in DRDO we try to facilitate for them. Okay. And what I love, that I go to the border areas and understand their problems and then come with some system, some solution, and then I go and then I deploy it there, be with them, try to use it, that are they comfortable using it or not. So I have been to almost all the border areas where it is not possible for normal human being like people to go. So we have visited like 30 kilometers to the Pakistan border, and we were there in the some field firing exercise. So starting from that, you got something, and will have trials. We'll simulate that, okay, we are in war with Pakistan, and now what all systems we have make, whether it will work or not. So when I'll give my command, whether my artillery gun, that big guns will fire or not on time. Okay, so we all simulate those things on our computer. We do programming for that. And then when we install, and there are multiple systems we try to integrate. And then we say, okay, this area we found some movements. And once we found that movement, then we'll get some approval. And then we'll try, okay, now we need to restrict them to that area. So we need some firing. So then those signals and all will automatically go to that system. And then they will do the firing and all. So it becomes actually that you are actually involved in those war and you're doing something good for your country, right? So we help lot of all the armed forces to do their job in a better way. And in our lab, we make lot of robots because robots, they don't get tired, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Human, they will get tired. They want to sleep. They want to take rest. They will be hungry also. They want some food, water. But robots, they don't need
They
anything.
need
So,
anything.
yes. So they just need commands, and whatever commands you give, they just follow it, right? But you have to give right commands to them. So then you have to do a lot of good programming for that, so that they follow your commands. Okay, they are not misbehaving and all, right? So those things we see. Okay, and do you know about artificial intelligence? Have you heard about?
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So what do you know about AI? Can somebody tell me what they know about AI?
AI is artificial intelligence which is programmed to think like humans.
Okay, okay, very nice. Ah, that is a very good answer. So even I was about to tell the same definition. So what we try to make computers think like a human. Can computers think like a human?
No, ma'am.
So we
No,
have to program them. That is the part.
Similar to a human, ma'am.
Similar to human, but they do they have brains?
No, ma'am.
No,
Hmm.
ma'am.
No,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
just work on
Yes.
our commands.
Yes. So that commands we do as a program, right? So we do lot of training, lot of data we need. You'll come to know when you grow up and all, you know that how these things are programmed and all. People, you have Alexa or Google Home at home. You just say, okay, Google, and then it talks to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So how they talk, it is also based on AI only. Okay. So that is the programming and all you do. It is based on artificial intelligence. So I do something similar to that. Okay. So just try, I'm trying my hard so that I can make a very good computer who can become like a human being. Okay. And they can do as we do, but without getting tired, without need of food or rest or anything. We can load them with a lot of work. Okay. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Dee, for
So
that.
I think I'm
Go
done
ahead,
with
go ahead,
this.
go ahead. No,
Yes.
go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm done actually. So
Okay.
this is what I wanted to talk to you. And if you have any questions, you want to ask anything, you can just talk to me. Okay.
Yes, kids,
Okay.
now
Thank
both
you.
Deepesh uncle and Smitha, they will be answering all your questions. You can shoot all your questions, whatever the question that you have on army, guns and artilleries and maybe some war aircraft materials or maybe satellite. You can ask both of them. Anything that you want to know about science, scientist role. So you can ask them any questions. Nobody want to ask
I have a
questions?
very young cousin at home, so kid couldn't come on the Zoom, but wanted to know. Auntie, ask if they have ice cream in their canteen. Do you have ice cream for lunch? Do you people get ice cream for lunch?
Yeah, definitely we do get sometimes in our canteen ice cream for lunch also. Generally, when we are having salary days in our office, when our salary got credited, that time that we are getting a special lunch. That day we are getting ice cream and other stuffs.
So
Oh,
that's
great
a
to know. Kiddos, see, not
that's
only
a-
salary, we get goodies too. I mean, ice cream too. Get up for a career now.
Hmm,
Thank you
that's
so
a,
much for answering.
that's education that when you got salary. Ice cream that day. Yes, go ahead, kids.
Yeah.
Sir,
Go ahead, Radhika.
do satellites give out internet, sir?
Yeah, nowadays
So,
a lot of
How do we
nowadays-
launch a solar panel to? How the solar panels open their facing to the sun, sir? How does the solar panel set its faces?
we program them early. Generally, when we launch the satellites, solar panels are in the folded conditions. Okay, when they are in orbit, we will open them to ground station. We will send the commands. Okay, then they will open and they will. If they are not facing the sun, we will rotate them towards the sun so that they will get sufficient light and energize the satellite. That's how every satellites get the energy for remaining their subsystems. to operate.
So, sir, if the solar panel is not facing the sun, is there any thrust to push them?
We do
Okay,
have
sir.
that mechanism, and that if they are not facing towards the sun, we will rotate them to face towards the sun. It is there.
My name is Arul, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Arul.
4 years old.
Go. Arush, we can hear you.
I want to see satellite.
You please come to our satellite center. I will show you the real satellites.
Deepesh, you have any photograph in case you have any handy?
Handy, 1 minute. I will share my screen and show then in my our website. One minute.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. Actually, he has seen all those things, but he just wanted to see the live one.
Ah, okay.
See, then you could visit our this thing.
ISRO. You should go to ISRO for that.
You request your sir. They can take permission from our department. Okay, so as a school visits also we are allowing as a school.
Actually, he is not going to any of the school. He's just 4 years, 6 months. So I have not put him for the school. So actually, he is trying to connect with so many space things and all. So he is very much interested. I have told him to check with somebody else because even I was not sure. Basically, I'm a housewife, so he is very much interested in space. So he will be looking after space videos, all those things most oftenly.
Okay.
And he wants to visit most any one of the site. Is there a possibility?
Yeah, we do have that. See, for external people, we are having one mechanism through proper permission gate pass will be issued. And if you want, you can visit to our satellite center. I will help you to see you the real satellites, how it looks, and at the real time fabrication, real time assembly, all the things you can see.
Arush, so you will see the satellite. Okay. You can respond to that message that you received. So we're going to help you connect to Deepesh sir. Okay. Now we're going to Deepesh sir going to guide you on how to enter ISRO with all the permissions. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
4-year-old. And what is the satellite? Oh my God.
Okay. I have a question. I have a question for, in fact, Deepesh and Smitha, both. I wanted to know what is that either ISRO or DRDO or IISc, in fact, those also. So all these centers, what are they, what steps are they taking with respect to showcasing the knowledge of children getting into the research level in the school level? So are there any steps taken by them to probably give that guidance or pathway to the school students? Because I see very less happening because most of the school students have no idea about getting into research. It's still been the same as Deepesh said, it's only engineering or medical. So just want to know, are there any steps taken by these research institutes in this regard?
Yeah, actually, we are having a few programs which are directly related to schools. We are conducting science space exhibition, our movable vehicles running across the India throughout the years. Since last 1 or 2 years, they are running across each city. They are visiting to many schools or school children can come to our satellite center or any of our centers. They can visit. There are frequent visits. There are a proper mechanism. You have to approach our management. They will allow us based on certain criteria. As a school, you can visit to our centers. You can see our space exhibition. You can see students can see our real-time labs where they can get the total know-how of the system and get inspired. And at the same time, ISRO is running on some few programs like Eureka. You might have heard that where I don't remember which class, I think 9 to 12th, they are conducting some exam or quizzes throughout each state. They are taking 2 to 3 kids toppers and they are combining and they are giving 2 to 3 weeks every year, 2 to 3 weeks training across our major centers. Let it be Launch Vehicle Center, VSSC, Satellite Center, URSC, then Space Application Center, Ahmedabad. So 3-4 centers they are visiting, and they are getting the real picture of how the space system works in a totality. So from there they can get inspired. There are a lot of many programs on National Science Day. We used to conduct. So that there are many platforms. We are giving frequent interaction with the school kids, not only in Bangalore, across the nation. We are conducting those kinds of essay writing, picture competition, quizzes through online mode, offline modes. And across the nation, people means the kids are coming on a scientific educational tour to our centers, and they are visiting and getting the real-time pictures of real-time knowledge how we people are working.
Okay.
Smitha ma'am, if you can answer a question, there's been a question posted. They have a question that says, what are the challenges that a scientist faces? What are the challenges we face to become a scientist? There's a question that has been typed and posted.
Okay. So there was nothing as such means specific challenge with respect to scientists, but what I can say that there is very limited number of seats what we have. So ISRO also maybe they'll be having very limited seats. And when we talk about DRDO and scientists and all, we are restricted to some 5,600 or 5,500. Those many scientists only all over India. So only challenge is like lot of qualified people are there, but when it comes to the entrance part and all, it becomes very stringent and very strict, and getting into the DRDO, that's how it becomes very difficult, because a lot of people they aspire and all, but since there is no like software company that we do a bulk recruitment and all, so it is just based on vacancy. So we have limited number of seats, and once people retire, then only that vacancy is created, and then only people will be recruited. So on demand and all, we can have a lot of contract employees, lot of academic collaborations and all. But in terms of number of scientists, because it goes as per central government norms and all, so we cannot increase the number of people. So that is where the restriction and the challenge comes.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering that. Deepesh sir, you already gave us a good answer, and there's a couple questions coming towards you. One is, because of no gravity, things float in the space. So how do you manage to work inside a space shuttle? And how will it be in a space shuttle? And do you conduct experiments in the space shuttle?
What was the first question? Can you repeat?
Because there is no gravity, things float in the space. So how do you work in a space shuttle? How do you conduct?
Very good question, actually. There is an interplanetary gravitational pull. It's not a gravity of the Earth. It's the gravity of other planet, other interplanetary system. That's how it works there. First, and what was the second question?
How does it look inside a space shuttle?
It's a normal, just like a spacecraft. We maintain that normal atmosphere pressure. Otherwise, our blood vessels will come out like that. If the pressure is not maintained, it will be a disaster. And there will be, if we are going outside of the space shuttle, then we have to wear a space suit. And inside that, we will have a weightlessness. So it's just like a normal spacecraft, but you don't feel any weight there. That is the only difference.
Do you conduct experiments inside the space shuttle?
Till now, we were not having any facility. Right now, India is having our its own human space program. There, we are developing facilities in Chitradurga and other places where we will have soon. We will come up with these kind of facility where we will conduct that kind of experiment too.
Sir, Viber wants to know if we can refuel or repair the satellite if it breaks down or if it runs out of fuel.
No way. Once we are launching the satellite, that's how that is critical. And we are assuring 100% defect free, 0 defects. Okay. So that is our policy. If you come to visit our satellite center, everywhere it is written 0 defect, 100% quality. There is no doubt of iota of error, 10 raised to power minus 12 or 13 like that also. There is no way. We are ensuring that it should not fail. So because it is that's how the space system become critical. We cannot repair. We cannot go there and repair, replace anything. If we are having something in our house, TV, when IC got failed, we can repair. But in the satellites, if there's some IC or something it got failed, so some system failed, we cannot repair. We have to discard it. That's it.
Vaibhav, I'm sure you got your answer. There's a question, is there any online courses available at ISRO or DRDO that young kids can pursue?
I think Madam can answer this because ISRO, we don't have such kind of, we are in COVID period, we were running some online courses. I think that is from GIS kind of things. That is advanced courses, not I think AI. Madam may be knowing, I think DRDO may be
So actually at school levels, we don't have such programs. And as we have a lot of things from ISRO for young kids and all from 9th standard onwards, because even I got some notification about that Yuvika program. But DRDO starts, means people can come and work and have the experience only once they are into 3rd semester or 4th semester of their engineering. So we have a lot of internship opportunity which is available here. So people coming with good grades, and also we have a lot of internship. So a lot of people are there who are ready to guide them. So for as part of their internship program, they come, and we definitely promote a lot of MTech and PhD students for a lot of academic collaboration and all. So no, nothing yet at school level as of now.
Thank you for that information, man. Deepesh sir, have you been to space? That's a question that a child wants to know.
No way.
Have you been?
Right now we have not started. So just now we have see 1 or 2 years back only we have launched our human space program. It has had to develop. By the time of my retirement, I think it won't be happen. Okay. So sooner we will have, but by the time you will become young, and that time you can definitely visit the space. I think so.
Sir, a child wants to know, Darshan, I think, wants to know what kind of fuel do you use in a space shuttle to take it to the outer space? What kind of a fuel is used?
So there are two kind of fuels we are having. One is liquid, one is solid propellants. These are very dangerous fuels, and a solid fuel, once it is started, we cannot stop it. And the liquid fuel, we are having control over it. So based on the application, we are using this kind of fuel.
Sir, so can you add in more thrust to that fuel?
Yeah, it depends. See, if we are requiring, what is the escape velocity from launching any satellite to from the Earth? We require 11.2 km per second. That is the required velocity to launch any rocket from the Earth. If we are giving more than that thrust, that is of no use. So it's a very costly affair. Each kilo we are increasing, that is cost heavily. So that's why we calculate properly, and according to that required thrust only we are giving. If we are giving extra, that will, instead of X orbit, if we want, it will go to Y orbit, and it's of no use to us. That's why every calculation, mission planning is a very crucial thing for us. You might have seen in Mangalan movie like that. So we do extensive work on that, and according to calculation only we will put the fuel and thrust, everything. It is pre-decided.
I have a doubt. Like in Mangalyaan, there were some cameras fitted to see the pictures of Mars. But how do you ensure that nothing happens to the camera?
It's a very, very good question. Actually, we are having protecting shields, and something happens, we can't do anything, because space is a lot of unknown things. Okay, it is an unknown world to us. Okay, it's based on our assumption, science, whatever the knowledge we are having till date. That only we are implementing. If something happens, then happen. Otherwise, what is the thing at the ground we are planning? We are putting redundancy. What is redundancy? Instead of one system, we are trying to put two systems. In Mars mission, instead of two systems, we have put in three systems. If one fails, second works. If second also fail, third will work. Like that. If they all fails, nothing can be done. That is how the space system become critical. So generally, two means two redundancy. One system is main system, another system is redundant system. So that kind of means instead of one system, we are putting two systems, so that we are ensuring that full system will work. Otherwise, if fails, that's fail.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a question to Smitha, ma'am. Ma'am, in our school, they're telling that there will be a World War III because US and Russia are having conflict. So,
Okay.
will it take more damage if it happens?
What do you think?
Are we ready is the question.
So what do you think? Definitely, if war happens and now the kind of technology everybody is having, I think it will be like entire destruction only. So I think people should work towards that. It should be restricted and it should not happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because once it starts, then there is no control, and then people can use whatever they have, starting from atom bomb to anything, right? You all know, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
How heavy is the gun that our Indian army men uses, Smitha?
Actually, there are different specifications of guns are there, but usually, especially it is heavy, but the recoil part, that is something which is, well, normal person cannot take it. So that is the thing. So a lot of technologies, we have a lot of labs in Pune which work on that, so that how to reduce that impact, because that recoil impact is what affects a lot. So heavy is okay because you can put on stand or something, and there's something which we have to carry also, because most of the time soldiers, they will be carrying it also. So to make it a lighter, and then so that the recoil is also less. So those are things which people are working, but there are different specifications. So everything is not very heavy, not light. So it depends.
Okay, thank you.
How much time will it take for a satellite to go to Mars, Moon, or other planets?
How much time it takes? Deepesh sir will answer this.
Mr. Deepesh, how much time does a satellite take to go to Mars or Saturn?
Very nice question. Actually, it depends upon the mission profile and at what time we are launching the satellites from which location of the Earth. So depending upon, see, right now if we want to launch a satellite to Moon's orbit, so for this year the window is around July to August. At that time we are launching that satellites, that time it is very cost effective. First of all, everything is cost effective. See, we can launch at any time, but we require more fuel, more thrust, and other logistics. So if we are to work in a minimum cost or cost effective system, then you have to see at what time. See, Earth is rotating like this. At the same time, Moon is rotating like this. So at what time from the India it has to launch to reach the Moon's lunar orbit at an efficient way. So that way we are thinking. So based on the calculation parameters of mission profile, we are launching, and it depends. It can, and what kind of fuel we are using. If we are using nuclear fuel, it can reach within a day also, depend upon the profile. And sometimes as a country like India, we require a lot of cost effective solutions. So if you see the Mars mission, we have utilized the natural phenomena without any fuel, natural gravity of that path we have utilized, and it ran to Mars, and it took around 365 days. In a year it reached there. So like that, we are seeing how the cost effective solution we are making. It depends on many parameters, not one. These are the very complex missions. So we have to analyze on the cost factor, mission profile, angle, or inclination, many things. You will come to know that.
Sir, I have another doubt. Like, will there be any problems faced if you send a satellite to the moon during any eclipse?
No, actually, once they are starting their journey, so eclipse and other things won't work for us unless once the satellites into that orbit, if the eclipse is there, they will not get the energy. See, there one day is for 15 days. They are having lights, and 15 days they don't have lights. So if you want to accomplish that mission and that day, so that period you have to utilize for your all experiments like that. So that way you have to plan. Otherwise, if you are having sufficient fuel, it won't have any effect on the performance of the satellite. But if you are not having sufficient fuel, definitely it will work on the performance of the satellites, because we require some kind of fuel to energize the whole system. Otherwise, what we will do, most of the non-essential system we will shut off. We will not use them, and only essential systems will be working. And as soon as we will come out of the eclipse, again we will recharge them.
Okay. Okay, so thank you.
Sir, who invited satellite first?
Who invited satellite?
Satellite first.
That also actually, satellite is a complex system. No, means no single person has invented, but he launched Sputnik, I think in 1954 or 56 or 52. I could not remember the date. Russian people have launched the first satellite. It's a complex mission. These are complex missions, not a single person. It's a teamwork. And Russia is the first country who launched the Sputnik satellite. That's I remember. Otherwise, you can Google it for the correct and updated information.
Sir,
Go ahead.
why the satellites are sent into space, sir?
That you have to tell me. See, why we are sending satellites, how we are accessing the internet, how your TV signals are coming, radios, TVs, and everything. So all the communication systems are working based on the satellites information. Right now, GPS you are having, na? गली से गली का आपका map आपके पास है. So these kind of information we are getting from the satellites. Right now, I will give you a very basic example. When you are having a suppose 100-story building, if you are having, and you are at the first floor, you will not get and come to know that what is around. If you go on the top of the 100th floor, you will see a lot of the surrounding. If you want to send something from there to many places, you can send those kind of information. So that's the same thing happened with the satellite also. When it goes up, it can visualize many things, and if they want to continue the connect with the ground stations, they will send signal from ground to satellites and satellite to ground to many ground stations. That's how it works. If you are having a chance to visit our satellite center, we are having that space exhibition where you can see how we are sending the signal from the ground, how it will go through antenna to satellite, and from satellite again to receiving antenna, and how you are getting signals at your home. In between, I think somebody has asked the internet connections also. Nowadays, satellite internet high speed connections are also available. So that's how it works for internet, your communication, TV, mobile, everything nowadays working means all things are work based on satellite system. And in your weather forecasting, your earth observation, many things, all things almost.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, if a satellite ran out of fuel and if it ran out of fuel, can you keep an eye on it, on the satellite? Can you keep
Can you repeat your question?
Sir, if the satellite has ran out of fuel and it has gone to somewhere, I mean, it has gone to like space, I mean,
Gone.
It's like
he basically means to, can we track the satellite if it runs out of fuel?
No, actually, see, purposefully we are taking it out and parking into another unuseful orbit. Generally, it won't happen. Okay, see, we are having total control of the satellites. If it becomes uncontrollable, if it is in tumbling mode, we will destroy it, and it will become the space debris. Because if it is tumbling, see, there is a lot of satellites revolving around the sun. Oh, sorry, Earth, and based on the frequency allocated to each country, there is an international forum for allocating that location inclination for each and every country, and they will allot some frequency spectrum. Okay, so that in that you have to work, and if your satellite is disturbing other countries' satellites, so you have to bring it down or other non-useful orbit, and you have to park there or destroy it, and it will become a space debris that nobody wants actually.
Sir, I have another question, sir. It's like a silly question, but do aliens exist, sir?
Even I want to search them.
sir, I have another doubt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, the space debris, sir, can we use it like any, I mean, can we use that space debris for anything?
For which program you want to use it?
Sir, can we like use it for anything?
Yeah, we are using it. Na?
For what?
See, all our communication through space only. So that's how we are going to explore the space every day. That's how we are planning our missions to Mars, other Jupiter, like that Venus. We are trying to find the life on other planets. That's how we are working. And you might have heard that space tourism. That one person, I forgot the name of owner of Tesla, I think.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
So their company SpaceX, they are working for the that. So if you see that nowadays people are going to space as a tourist and they are coming back. That Amazon's owner, Mark Job or what both the brothers went there and came back. Even though these are very expensive trips, so people are exploring the space.
So we have a go ahead. Sir.
Yeah,
Do we require training to lift the gun? Smitha, I think this is for you.
Yeah, there's a question from a child.
Can we satellite, sir?
Do you require training to lift a gun?
Yes, actually to lift a gun, you don't need training. You need only strength. To run it and to use it, you need a training, definitely.
To fire a bullet.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, good.
So there's Mohammed Afan wants to know, when he looks up, galaxy looks stationary, right? But all the scientists are saying that everything is rotating. So he wants to know an answer for this.
This question is for me, no?
Yes, sir. You are our space satellite scientist. So
Okay,
yes.
see,
That
it
you can
depends
also
upon,
take it
see,
if
it's
you
a
want.
relative things. If two things are in a continuous motion at the same speed, so it will look stationary. Getting my point? I think when you are going to 9th or 10th standards, there is a theory of relativity. Okay, so in that you will read if you see parallelly two trains are moving in the same direction with the same speed, you will think both are stationary. It's a relative motion like that. It's nothing, everything is moving. That's how it is working, and it's only illusion. The frame of reference, which frame of reference you are working, that is the Newton's law also works here. In which frame of reference you work, you will come to know that 11, 12, if you are taking science, then you will come to know that.
Chinmay has an interest.
Yeah, I have I just wanted to add here. When I am not moving, for me everything is not moving. But when I walk, I think I find especially the moon that walks along me, right? Have you noticed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So when I move, things move with me. If I don't move, things will not move. Okay.
Wonderfully said, man. So relatable for I had never thought so. Very refreshing.
Sir, the time zone changes while we like rotate on the earth? Does the time zone changes?
Yeah, definitely.
That's the question.
See, if you see right now US time and our time, it is different. The time zone definitely changes. Even in India, if you see right now that Assam's time and Gujarat's time, totally different, but we are having ideal time, IST, Indian Standard Time. So that's how the sun rises first in the east and sets like that, the best. So it depends upon the rotation of the earth, time zone exists.
So the astronauts feel tired while going through different time zones?
That I don't know actually. I don't have any experience of that.
Okay, sir.
Well, totally, how many satellites are there in the world?
That is countless actually. Very means I don't know the exact number there, but lot of satellites are there because many orbits are there. In each orbit, you may be having thousands of satellites.
Sir, I have a question there now. Next to that topic, whatever you're telling, there are many countries launching the satellites like Russia, US, China, India. So how do they plan? I mean, they all communicate with the orbit or the route that they take. There is no collision that we hear of a satellite to satellite. How that is managed?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I just now I was telling you, somebody has asked some question. So we are only 6 countries in the world who makes their own satellite and having their launch vehicle. So India is one of among them. Okay, and there is an international unit, ITU, I think, or some international unit which decides which country will have which angle of inclination, which frequency they can operate. That's how we have to launch our satellites, and we have to park in that orbit only, and we have to use that particular frequency. Otherwise, lot of interferences will be there. That's how we are ensuring that there is no collision among the satellites. Okay, so we are having that, and we will give it that constant that you see, suppose x to y, that is the frequency zone we are allotted to us. We have to park our satellite and operate in those frequencies only.
Okay.
It's like parking our cars in parking lot.
Correct.
If you go and park in other area, then they'll come and beat you. Good.
Thank you.
So I'm going to close.
Yeah.
Kids, you can write few questions to us. In case if we have any, we'll ask Deepesh uncle and Smitha Di, and get you the answers. Okay. Ask your mama, daddy to reply to the same message that you would have got to attend this webinar.
Sir, it's been so much of a pleasure having you both, Mr. Deepesh and Ms. Smitha here with us.
Sir, I have another doubt.
Sir, it's like
Last question. Last question.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir, the black hole, no, sir. They say that it sucks everything on its way. What do you think it is, sir?
Can you repeat your question?
Sir, you know about the black hole, no, sir?
Yeah, correct.
They say that it sucks everything on its way.
Yeah, correct. See, if you know how the stars forms, so when they are at the means so strong that the black holes means whatever comes, they will suck it. So nothing can come out of that.
Sir, I have no doubt. Please, sir.
Okay, the last, okay, because I'm sure you all understand, right? You also ask your mama daddy to take you out, right? So they also have their kids. They also want to go out. They exceeded the time. So last question, the last, okay? Go ahead.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Yes. Sir, you sent the satellite to Mars, right, sir? Or is it only for the pictures and stuff, or is it for another use?
No, it's a scientific mission. We are having many objectives for that. It's not taking only pictures. Okay.
Sir, can I also please, sir?
Go ahead. Last question. We are winding up after that. Go ahead.
Sir, what is inside the black hole?
I don't know actually. It means high energy means is space actually. So whatever, even lights cannot come out of it. So that means if nothing can come out of it, we cannot know what is inside it.
Both devil.
Okay.
Thank you so much for actively participating. Both our speakers have been, answering all your questions. Sir, thank you so much for being here with us and for taking this effort to connect with these kids, part of our community. You have triggered that curiosity. All this questioning is coming from how do I become a scientist? What is a challenge? Is there a course? Immense thanks to you for planting the seed of curiosity in them to become a scientist. I'm sure all the kiddos out there are thinking about that. So heartfelt thanks to you, both of you, for that. And sir, you said a very common man from normal circumstances. We believe there is nothing uncommon about what you do and absolutely nothing normal about the research that goes on there. We thank you for the work that goes on in ISRO and the benefits we are getting as a citizen every day. Madam, same goes to you. Thank you for the work you put in, the whole armed personnel is putting there for us, keeping us safe. Many thanks and respect for the service they do for the nation. Heartfelt thanks for everybody in service and for your service to going to the border and checking systems there. Many thanks for keeping us safe and respect to you for doing that. And as Madam said, do whatever you do, kiddos, but do it better, do little extra more. And sir said, take pleasure in your working. So do it joyfully and do it well. See more about science, hear more about science. You stand to become like them, and the nation stands to benefit. So please do. And heartfelt thanks to both our speakers and Mr. Srinivas, our CEO and founder, who made it possible for all of us to come together today, the Sunday evening. Srinivas, thank you so much for bringing this wonderful webinar together. Kishan, thank you for your time being here with us. Has made a big difference for us having your support here.
The strongest satellite in the world.
The questions have started coming now, and there seems to be no stop to it.
Thank you so much, Smitha Di, and thank you so much, Deepesh. I think it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for accepting, the invite. I know it's a busy Sunday for you all. Kind of taking family and time out from your family time. Thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure to having you here. We'll definitely have one more session on a specific topics. Maybe on future dates. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. You want to answer that question, why, Deepesh sir? One last question. Which is the strongest satellite? So which is the strongest satellite?
The
strongest satellite, right, Vaibhav?
In which sense? In weight or what he is asking?
Strongest. That's all I know.
That's all. See, satellites we are making rigid and rugged every time we are making, whether it is a nano satellite or a huge satellite. If he is asking with respect to strongest satellite, these are a missile or something like that. Everything is perfect and rugged. We are making to means quality. We are ensuring 100%. We are saying that we are not leaving a iota of doubt to fail. So every satellites are 100% pakka, perfect and strong.
Sir, thank you again for answering all the questions. I'm sure the scientific temperament, what you said, the scientific curiosity seems to have taken place today, have triggered in our young audience today. Many thanks to you. And yes, we have run over our time. Thank you thank you for indulging in this. We appreciate that so much.
Thank you, Srinivas, Swapna and Kishan. And it was nice having a very nice interactive session. And I was very happy because a lot of time when we do such kind of online sessions, I don't see the participants participating. It is just one way session, and it was very nice that all of you are so energetic and you are talking so nicely, and you have a lot of very good questions, right? Even I could not think of so many questions, right? So it is very nice. Keep up the spirit and all the best to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Deepesh. Thank you, Smitha Di. I think it's wonderful to have you here. I will definitely have one more session some other day, and we'll plan for it. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Thank you, Swapna. Thank you, Kishan, for joining, and thank you all the kids for joining and interacting. If you still have any questions, you know what to do. Ask your mama daddy to write to us. The same WhatsApp message that you would have received. Your mama daddy would have received the message. Okay. So we'll get them answered to you. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.